It's right here. I live by it. I wear it. I breathe it. I style it. I create it. Just create. It doesn't have to make sense. I'll be sharp. That's just it. Quick intro. I'm a bad boy, but you're good boy. Okay, my name is Samuel Ajayi, as you all know, or you may not know. Also known as Jazzup. I'm basically a creative, a multidisciplinary artist, fashion enthusiast, video editor, a son and a loving brother, a student of really large.
What kind of emotions go through your mind when you are working?
Okay, so a disclaimer first.
Okay.
I'm not a sad person, right? I'm not a
You
sad
don't look
person.
like one. now.
I'm actually a very happy person, but somehow I find joy in sadness, and I think they're like two sides of the same coin. So when you see my work, you see a lot of emotional, heartfelt stories, and style and all of that. Basically stories. So it's that sad, low energy, insecurity, a bit of depression, sometimes hunger, some motivational actually, some very joyous, like there was this one I made of when I won an award. That's also there. So it's just a mix of very deep, heartfelt feelings. That's what you mostly see. And I just always try to tap into that part of myself.
So do you think your works are like based on what you are feeling at that moment?
Okay, so what I've noticed is that my color scribbling, yeah, it didn't start consciously. It started unconsciously. And I only realized after I started that, okay, this is how I actually express myself. So most times when I create works, I do not understand them until after I created them. It's like a way of me speaking to myself without knowing. Yeah, my inner self is telling the outermost part of me a certain thing that might have happened before, or in fact yet to happen, and I try to now decipher it after the work is made. So most times when I'm creating, I don't even know what I'm creating yet. I just let it flow. When I see it, then I understand the message trying to be passed, either to me or to somebody else.
Have you ever thought of quitting because of visibility before?
Yes, it can get very discouraging when you're not being recognized for all the time that you've actually put into it, the dedication, the relentlessness, the discipline, the training of hours and hours and hours of painting just to create one detailed artwork. And, you know, it gets very tiring over the years if you don't exactly see this big jump of success or results when you put in the work. So you can actually start thinking of quitting, but like, making art is already part of my nature. It is how I live. It is how I, express myself, how I breathe. So I can't exactly quit. Even if I'm doing something else, I'll still create art. So what's the essence? I would say the other part of actually choosing to be an artist is visibility. In fact, generally, to any artist out there, I think visibility is one of the things that almost every artist faces. That is a lot of work to make sure people also appreciate what the skill put into it, the time, the effort put into actually creating work or works. You get, when you create something, you want people to appreciate it, to understand it, to feel it, to be able to relate to it, to talk about it. But when that's not there, you almost feel discouraged to some extent. So yeah, visibility is one of the biggest problems. Creating it is not. Creating it is part of our nature, but getting it to be visible is another thing entirely.
Stop fucking on the tree, stop fucking on the tree.
It's either I watch a movie, yeah, I probably go watch a movie or go to YouTube to watch something motivational, like maybe a basket video or a slums video or one of those, great artists video. Going to Pinterest and just surfing through, taking a walk, or probably even going to a party because like feminine energy, music, people surrounding me, or I do something very out of the norm, something very dangerous. I'll get inspired that way. Well, yes, but it's still subjective because friends and dating as a relationship are like two different things. So I think the friends around me really understand what it means to be a creative and how tasking it can be, how much effort I need to put into it. And for dating, I've always had this mindset that my crafts or my art is my first babe. So like if you want to enter that space, you have to be ready for it. And you have to find a way to date two of us at the same time. So it's like a trial relationship. So it's even better if like the person is another creative and we're helping ourselves and she's helping me grow and all of that. But like it is really, really taxing because most of the time I'm busy trying to get stuff done, trying to grow, trying to better myself and all of that. But yeah, generally it is actually it's a tough work. It's a tough work. My friends always say this thing where they're like, "Oh, Sammy, you are not doing this right. You're not being a good friend at this certain point." So I just try to like adjust. Anytime I'm being told that, "Oh, okay, there's a problem here," I just try to fix it and maintain the friendships I have because I'm grateful for my friends and my family and everybody around me. So, but yeah, generally, to be a creative and to maintain relationships is a tough job.
So, guys, there's this challenge coming on where I and Sammy have to draw ourselves. But Sammy is using his pad, his iPad, and I think his Mojoro is cheating.
He has a pencil, that's more traditional. It's easier for you.
It's easier for me.
Yep.
This one, okay.
So
If you win, everybody knows the reason. You are using something you know how to use best.
Okay, I think I'm done.
You're done.
Yep. What the fuck? Okay.
No, I like that thing. No way. See, this is crazy.
What the fuck? What the fuck is this? Where's the shoe?
You don't want shoes now.
What? I want to understand. I look like a goblin.
Wait, see, this thing is not. See, if you check this thing very well, you see that it's detailed.
Just carry your work and go. Carry
See,
your work.
I even gave you beards, guy.
Which beard? I don't even have beards.
You have small now.
I don't have none.
I see your glasses.
That's how now.
Sam, this thing is too fine.
I tried my best.
No, this is more than the best. Wow. Eh? No, this is crazy.
Are you being serious? I just
I
saying for the camera.
swear. No, this is nice. Guy, this is like no bro, this is crazy.
I swear, you would mostly see my work as maybe color scribbling and childish and all of that. But to be honest, this is how I feel most free because my other works as customizations, you will see more of details in them. you see very detailed artwork and you will not believe that the same person is actually doing this. I always want to replicate exactly the same thing I'm seeing, make it as realistic as possible, basically hyper realism. But this helps me go out of that space and become myself, become imperfect. Trying to chase perfection is a bit tiring sometimes. So this is how I wind up. I don't really have to think about it. I don't really have to think how exactly your head shape is. I just need to look at the details and try and replicate that.
No, I did my best. But
Okay, no. I do not actually think art is ever finished. I think art is a continuous journey. It doesn't end with one artwork. For any true artist, it continues in the next one. That's why you realize that anytime you're creating something, you really do not know if it is finished or not. You just have to stop. When you're writing, let me just put it as an expression. When you're writing on a page, even though you don't feel like you finish writing on that page, once the page is full, you have to stop and move on to the next page. That's just how I see it. So the story has not ended. It is just going to be a continuous process. So art is never finished. It's just continued. No, at all. I think I feel more of freedom than feeling boxed, and I thank God for actually exploring to this extent because my style is very, very expressive. The fact that I do not need references, I just need to, or in most cases, I don't need references. I just need to express myself. I try to scribble whatever comes to mind, then I understand after. So it's like, you know, I mostly scribble digitally. There's like layers of colors, continuous scribbling with layers of different colors, fluorescent colors. Then I tend to create either faces, body images, body interactions, and stuff like that. You will not really see objects in most of my works. You'd see probably heads and figures, right? So yeah, the colors are always very expressive. Jaded. So when you see it, you will understand that okay, this is the emotion or the feeling it's meant to pass onto the audience or to the viewer, to anybody that is seeing it. You get. So I feel very excited when I actually create because it does not. I don't need to think about it too much. I just need to create. Sloan. I think works are somewhat alike in some sense. It might look like they don't make sense, but they make a lot of sense to us. And the art style is a bit similar. So yeah, I love how raw his energy is, how real he is. Funky, funny, you know, unique basically. So I think I have more than one. So dream collaboration, Jazzup and Olaolu Sloan, Jazzup and Adidas, Jazzup and Nike. Yeah, that's like my dream collaboration right now. One weird habit I have. I don't think it's weird. I find eating Costa very calming. I eat Costa when I'm a bit anxious or I feel unmotivated or tired. Just helps me. Like I'm advising myself at the same time. So I think the advice I would give is to just create, right? Explore that crazy idea, the craziest idea on your mind. Find a way to explore it. Do with what you have at the moment, and do not wait for any bigger resource to come and meet you. You know, you just have to take the first step, take that bold step, and never stop, never ever stop. Final quotes. It's right here. I live by it. I wear it. I breathe it. I style it. I create it. Just create. It doesn't have to make sense. I hope it's sharp. That's just it.
Sammy and I had a random but interesting day. Even though we ran into few problems while filming, like the raining, cloudy weather making everything look dark, we still had a lot of fun shooting this. One thing I've come to understand about Sammy is that you don't need to be perfect or have it all figured out to start creating. You just need to create. If you are still here, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you.